And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. So the Bucks win the tip. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Here's Lowry. Tipped away. And here's DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Allen outside. Pass to Moncrief. Now here's Robertson. Back to Moncrief. Shot clock at 5. Here's Robertson. Good on the triple.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy pass. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Lowry with the ball. High, arcing shot. That drops. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now here's Moncrief. Pass to Robertson. Kicks it out to Allen. A three ball. That one goes. Cover.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside Lowry. And Valanciunas backs in. Here's Moncrief with the rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Toronto trailing. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Now here's DeRozan. Good!
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Robertson. Moncrief El-Cid with it. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up the baseline. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here are the Raptors now. 4-point game. Pass to DeRozan. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside Lowry. Out to Carter. Carter right side. No good on the triple. Now Moncrief. Pass to Allen. Abdul-Jabbar. No good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And here's DeRozan. Now Leonard. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Now here is Carter. Lock at 6. And it's rejected. And here's Robertson. And he dunks it down. Now here is Lowry. 6-point game. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. The 3. And good on the basket. Book it. 5 points in the game.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Now here's Robertson. Now here's Moncrief. Pass to Allen. Now Robertson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Robertson. Pulls up from the corner, and the shot is good. Lowry with the ball. 5 points in the game. There's a good screen. Here's Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. Out to Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the top of the key. It's rebounded by Robertson.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Robertson. Knocked loose. Inside. Carter. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up. Timeout called the Bucks. Milwaukee in the lead. Robertson with it. He has 5. Abdul-Jabbar. And he gets it to go.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Now here is Lowry. He has 5. DeRozan. Pass to Carter. Valanciunas. Good. Here's Antetokounmpo. Sidney Moncrief on the wing. Allen outside. 5 to shoot. Allen left side. And that one's good.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now here is Lowry. Carter outside. Here's Valanciunas. Valanciunas, good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Robertson. Here's Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. And here's DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Misses off the right iron.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Pass to Moncrief. Allen with it. Moncrief. Lots of room. Can't get it to go.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And here they come. Now Robertson. 5 points in the game. Now here. Pass to Carter. There's the triple. The rebound by the Bucks.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Leonard with the steal. Outside Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Back to Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Now Red. Pass to Dandridge. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Toronto trailing. There's the pick. And here is McGrady. Siakam. And it's all evened up.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Robertson with it. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 7.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now, here is McGrady. Siakam. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Pass to Dandridge. All sorts of time. And there are the Bucks with another bucket. Van Vliet. Banked in off the glass. And so it's Milwaukee now. Pass to Dandridge. Now here is Red. Now here is Red. Here's Dandridge. Shot clock at 6. Red with the ball. The three. Can't get it to go.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Back to Davis. McGrady with the ball. Siakam makes no mistake on the open jump shot. 5 points in the game. Here's Dandridge. And here is Red. Pass to Robertson. Backing in. And here is Red. On target with his three. From half court. No good. All right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of one. The second quarter coming up. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys. Pass to Davis. He's against Cummings. Davis inside. And the Bucks with possession here. Trailing by 2. Here's Dandridge. Now, here is Red. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Dandridge. Fires from deep. But they get it back to the paint. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Siakam. 6 to shoot. Siakam. No good with the triple.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Davis with the double team. Pass to Cummings. Back to Robertson. Now here is Red. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. From 13, Van Vliet. And again, it's Toronto converting. The Bucks trail. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And the Raptors making a change here. Shot from the inbound. And that one's good.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Now Stoudemire. Left side, Davis. Stoudemire outside. Pass to Christie. 5 on the clock. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the Raptors making a change here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Antetokounmpo. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 6 points for him. And so here's Toronto. And here is Stoudemire. Pass to Carter. Here's Leonard. Soft touch off the glass. Moncrief El Cid with it. Gives him the lead pass. Blocked. And they'll keep possession. And the shot is good. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Now here's Stoudemire. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here's Moncrief. Back to Moncrief. Abdul-Jabbar. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 8. Toronto trailing. They set the pick. Stoudemire outside. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
From 17 feet out. And another basket for Milwaukee. And here's Toronto. Outside Leonard. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Carter. Shot misses. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now Leonard. Pass to Stoudemire. Carter outside. And his offense just hasn't been there. Milwaukee in the lead. Now Moncrief. And here's Moncrief. There's the pick. Antetokounmpo. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Toronto calls timeout. And the Bucks making a change here. Knocks it loose, and it's stolen by Moncrief. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You know, one of his other qualities, Steve, is how quickly he starts to break. I mean, he doesn't need numbers either. He can be a coast-to-coast, rack-to-rack guy all by himself.
And so here's Toronto. 7-point differential. Outside Leonard. Five to shoot. Pass to Carter. Here's Christie. To halt the run. And that one's good. He's got 5.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Preston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. They set the pick. Here's Valanciunas. Pressey with the rebound. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Puts up a 3, and he gets it to go. 13 points in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Stoudemire. Carter outside. Here's Valanciunas. Outside Leonard. Baseline J, and he hits the jump shot. Here's Preston. Pass to Moncrief. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. Stoudemire with the ball. Here's Valanciunas. Rockets hits. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Allen. Fires the three. And another three for Milwaukee.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Here's Valanciunas. Takes the 13-footer, and that one's good. He's got 6, and it's Milwaukee's ball. 6-point lead. Pass to Allen. Now Moncrief. He's against Stoudemire. Baseline J on the way. And another basket for Milwaukee.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Here's Carter. Outside Leonard. Left side Leonard. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Now here is Moncrief. He's got 7. Abdul-Jabbar. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Stoudemire outside. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Preston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Abdul-Jabbar. Count that one.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Here's Stoudemire. Pass to Christie. They set the screen. Now here's Leonard. Tries to keep it alive. 3 on 3. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ray Allen is on the wing. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 11.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Pass to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 13 points in the game. Now Moncrief off his leg. And it's whistle to kick. And the Raptors making a change here. Pass to Cummings. Back to Allen. Shot clock at 6. Here is McLaughlin. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And here's DeRozan. Back to Davis. Powered down with both hands. Here's Robertson. Can't get it to go. And we finished one half of basketball. The Bucks on top. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the 3rd. And here's Toronto. Down by 12. Pass to Leonard. Back to Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Antetokounmpo. Allen outside. Robertson with it. DeRozan defending. Shoots a fader. Robertson's shot is off. Now here is Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Pass to Robertson. Lowry covering. Now Robertson. And here's Moncrief. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. The shot misses. Here's Lowry. There's the screen. Pass to DeRozan. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 13. And here is Robertson. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's good. 15 points in the game.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the charts.
Carter outside. Here's Valanciunas. The jump hook. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Here's Moncrief. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now here's Robertson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Here's DeRozan. Outside Leonard. From the arc. That's good. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Timeout called the Bucks. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Antetokounmpo. 15 points in the game. Moncrief El Cid with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Now here's Robertson.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Carter outside. Here's Valanciunas. Backs him down. Rebound by Ray Allen.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Pass to Robertson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Allen outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 13. Toronto calls timeout. And Toronto has possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. They set the pick. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam. Milwaukee in the lead. Now here's Robertson. 7 points in the game. Allen outside. Back to Robertson. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good on the wing 3. Here's DeRozan. Pass to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Now here is Lowry. DeRozan with it. Here's Carter. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Robertson. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Now here is Lowry. 5 points in the game. Now DeRozan. And here's Lowry. Shot clock at 5. This one for 3. The shot will not go. Here's Red. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Moncrief fell Sid with it. And here is Red. Now here is Red. Up and in on the layup.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Pass to DeRozan. Now here's Leonard. Back to DeRozan. Now Lowry. Now Lowry. Carter outside. Makes the lead pass. No good from Valanciunas. Now here is Moncrief. And here's Moncrief. He has 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. And lots of counters. The first free throw is good. The Raptors making a switch here. And so he hits both. Toronto trailing. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 17 points in the game. Pass to Dandridge. Abdul-Jabbar. Good. He's got 14.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Now DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. The offensive rebound. Misses from close range.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Pass to Dandridge. Fires for 3. And he gets it to go. Toronto calls timeout. There's a screen. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to DeRozan. From deep. The shot is off. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 17. And here's Moncrief. And it's blocked. Leonard with the ball. Pass to DeRozan. Shoots the 3. That is good. He has 5.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Here's Dandridge. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Leonard. Van Vliet. They get a hand on it. Pass to Leonard. Now here's DeRozan. And he banks in the layup.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Now here's Moncrief. 7 points in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Red takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Pass to Leonard. Peterson. Back to Leonard. Left side Leonard. 4 on the clock. Here's Dandridge. 5 points in the game. A fader. And he gets it to go. He has 7.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And the first one drops. And the Raptors making a change here. Both good from the line that time. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 17. Pass to Dandridge. 6 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo. He tries for 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. And here's DeRozan. Van Vliet. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 10. Outside Pierce. Now Red. Back to Pierce. Pass to Dandridge. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And here are the Raptors now. 9-point game. Siakam. The rebound by the Bucks. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Dandridge. Now here's Pierce. Here's Dandridge. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dandridge. 10 points for him. Shoots. Off the mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks ahead. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They have a 9-point lead. Pass to Pressey. Makes it off the glass. Stoudemire with the ball. Pass to DeRozan. Out to Stoudemire. Davis with it. Left side Davis. The layup missed.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The shot by McLaughlin is no good. Now, here is McGrady. Pass to Stoudemire. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Back to DeRozan. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
And another specialty of his is the 3-ball from the corner. That's his signature shot.
That's good from DeRozan. first minute and a half of basketball play here in the fourth quarter. Now Pierce, pass to McLaughlin. Now here's Cummings. Here is McLaughlin. Outside Pierce. Clock at 6. For the three, Cummings. A follow-up jam. And the Raptors with the ball, trailing by 10. Stoudemire outside. Pass to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. And yes, sir, that one drops.
There's been a change in this game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Here is McLaughlin. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Preston. Elbow shot is on the way. And the jumper falls for him.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots and typically good things happen.
Stoudemire outside. Out to DeRozan. Here's the screen. Off the left rim and out. Here's Milwaukee now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. McLaughlin. Toronto grabs the miss. Stoudemire right side. That is good.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Preston. Pass to Cummings. Here is McLaughlin. Fires the three. That's good.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
DeRozan on the wing. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Here is McLaughlin. Pass to Robertson. Allen outside. Cummings with the ball. Here is McLaughlin. Fast break. Here they come. Now here's Stoudemire. And here is Davis. And that one's good. And so it's Milwaukee now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Robertson. Here is McLaughlin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, kept alive. Puts up a three, and he gets it to go.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
A difficult situation for Toronto. Stoudemire outside. Siakam. Another shot. Carter with it. And it's Carter missing. And it's Milwaukee's ball. And here is Robertson. Pass to McLaughlin. Good on the shot. And here is Stoudemire. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
It's rebounded by Robertson.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Good. Stoudemire with the ball. Pass to DeRozan. Looking to end the run. Oh, that's blocked. But they recover. And Davis gets it to go. Here is McLaughlin. Now here's Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Here is McLaughlin. Off target from three-point range.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Took him no time at all on that one. It's stolen by DeRozan. Leads him in there. Stoudemire. Now Robertson. Pass to McLaughlin. Abdul-Jabbar. Cummings. 6 on the shot clock. Abdul-Jabbar. And the Bucks miss again.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on it, they expect him to make it.
DeRozan on the wing. DeRozan with it. DeRozan's shot is good.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. It's a 10-point game. Here is McLaughlin. Back to Robertson. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Stoudemire outside. Carter up top. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And here comes Robertson. Pass to Cummings. And he uses the glass on the layup. So it's Toronto now. Down by 12. Toronto calls timeout.
And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break.
The Raptors making a switch here. Pass to Leonard. Back to Lowry. Now here's DeRozan. Now Leonard. 6 to shoot. Right side Leonard. Takes it from 10, and he drops that one in.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
And here's Robertson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Robertson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Moncrief El-Cid with it. Blocked. Second shot opportunity. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Outside Lowry. Leonard with the ball. That cuts the lead to single digits.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
And Milwaukee has possession. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Clock at 4. Here's Robertson. Offline from the top of the key.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's DeRozan. But they'll get another chance. And it's Carter missing. Milwaukee with the ball. They're leading by 8. Now here's Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lowry. Count! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Here's Robertson. And an intentional foul right there. Now here's Allen. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first in that. And so both free throws are good.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
And the Raptors call time here. Guys, your thoughts? Some changes for Toronto. Van Vliet knocks down the three. And the Bucks with possession here. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that a new group in now for the Raptors. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And
no mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And the Raptors call time here. Guys, your thoughts? The Bucks making a switch here. Here's Lowry, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play them close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He drops the first one. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it puts up a prayer. Off target with that shot. And so the Bucks